Okay, so. Dann machen wir mal hier. Gewinnen Cthulhu oder also Cthulhu natürlich. Natürlich. Cthulhu. So, waren wir fertig? Ich glaube, mit Aegis waren wir fertig, ne? Wer jetzt neu dazu gekommen ist und das Ganze hier noch nicht so kennt oder halt schon ein bisschen was verpasst hat von verschiedenen Sachen. Ich habe einen Drittkanal, MGGLP Livestream. Da lade ich seit einer ganzen Zeit schon die ganzen Livestream-Aufnahmen hoch. Und zwar nicht den kompletten Livestream, sondern nur die einzelnen Spiele. Schön säuberlich geteilt und so weiter. Heißt, falls ihr da irgendwie was nachschauen möchtet oder sowas, könnt ihr das da auf jeden Fall machen. Und ja. Also falls euch irgendwie ein Spiel interessiert, das ich schon ein bisschen gespielt habe und ihr da das, was davor passiert ist, nachschauen möchtet und so weiter. Da ist recht viel schon oben. Ich kann ja mal schnell den Link, falls ihr den noch braucht, posten. ...891 Videos sind da aktuell drauf, also kann man schon ein bisschen was anschauen. Da. Stimmt, Persona 5 hat einen eigenen Kanal wegen diesem komischen Zeug von wer auch immer das entschieden hat, dass das anscheinend ein bisschen nicht so schön ist, das Zeug zu streamen. Deswegen hat Persona 5 einen eigenen Livestream-Kanal. Der ist aber in der Kanal-Info, in der Abo-Box auf dem Kanal selbst, beim Livestream-Kanal, auch mit verlinkt. Saga of the Game. Da werde ich mich mal in der Pause drüber informieren. Eventuell kann ich es spielen, eventuell. Kommt drauf an. Also ich schaue es mir auf jeden Fall mal an. Wen haben wir denn schon? Wir haben Aegis, wir haben Yu und wir haben Teddy. Mich würde ja mal sehr interessieren, wie Labyrinth da funktioniert, beziehungsweise die Story von Labyrinth ist. Schauen wir einfach mal. Ich bin die So, Persona 4 Arena, wer das Spiel nicht kennt, es ist eine Mischung aus 2D-Kampfspiel und Visual Novel. Heißt, ein bisschen viel lesen, ein bisschen kämpfen. Ja. Madoka Magic kenne ich, Madoka Magica sagt mir jetzt nichts. Das habe ich noch nicht gesehen. So, Initial Boot successful. Time stamped 420. Oi. 1999, 10:16 Uhr, 39 Sekunden. Gut.
The boot process was successful.
Das ist schön.
This happens every time, but I'm never sure what to say to them first.
You mean like a greeting? There's no need for that, they're just machines.
Two humans within visual range, both male, searching for voice print and visual matches. Personnel identified as research staff, not hostile targets. Fate Zero kenne ich leider auch
that
nicht.
might affect the performance of these models.
Because they have a mind? Their emotions and things are completely faked. It's no different than an AI. It can't possibly be that sensitive.
von Animes her bin ich noch nicht so weit, dass ich da recht viel kenne. Ein bisschen was kenne ich auf jeden Fall schon. Bloß noch nicht allzu viel. Scanning for keywords in conversation, running logical analysis, cross-referencing with related data. Current conversation topic is not orders.
Well, until we rule it out completely, we should at least be kind to them.
So you say. Alright, from this moment on, you will be registered as candidate unit number 031. Please repeat your number back to me.
Confirming first order. Initializing unit number. Output via voice requested. Activating voice synthesis module. Accepting input.
Unit number 031.
KI. Das sagt mir jetzt nichts. Baki. Ah. Kenne ich leider nicht. Moment, ich helfe dir mal ein bisschen. Ich schick mal mein Proxer-Profil. Weil da steht jeder Anime drin, den ich schon geschaut habe. Den ich schon kenne und so weiter. Okay. So. So, da. Da ist jeder Anime drin, den ich schon gesehen habe, und bei einigen auch eine Bewertung, die ich gemacht habe, heißt, wie gut ich den Anime fand und so weiter. Zumindest von 0 bis 10 Punkten. Falls du was Genaueres wissen möchtest, da kannst du dann fragen. Weil da ist jetzt zumindest schon mal eine Liste, was ich überhaupt kenne.
Did its pronunciation sound a little odd to you?
You're worrying too much. Let's hurry up and haul it out.
Receiving action plan through console. Combat test against others of same unit. Test commencing immediately after entering shock-resistant chamber within the lab. Pokémon Generation nur 4 Punkte. Ja. Im Zusammenhang damit, dass es, also im Zusammenhang darauf, dass es ein Anime ist. Als Anime selbst nicht besonders gut. Als Bonus zu den Pokémon-Spielen selbst, ja. Da ist es sehr gut. Als Anime selbst, wenn du den einfach nur anschaust, ohne irgendwie vorher, dann macht er nicht wirklich viel Sinn. Also als Anime selbst nicht besonders gut. Nur wegen dem Story-Standpunkt her. Aber ansonsten, wer die Pokémon-Spiele gespielt hat und so weiter und kennt, dann ist es schon auf jeden Fall ziemlich gut. Frame stored within cage for transport. Beginning transport. Okay.
Ah, so this is the one. I've been waiting to see it in action.
Transport complete. Cage reopened. New human found. Searching for voice, print and visual matches. Personnel also identified as research staff. Female. Cutting connection to outside data supply. Connection offline. Commands and cable disconnection.
Now, try getting up.
Die Umsetzung erfolgreich. Geht. Was mir bei Pokémon Generations nicht so gefallen hat, war, dass einige, ich weiß nicht, insgesamt die Story, es gab im Endeffekt keine Story. Weil da wurde in den ersten 2 Episoden oder in den ersten 2, 3 Episoden irgendwie was angefangen, das nie richtig weitergeführt wurde. Also eben das mit Giovanni nie richtig anständig weitergeführt oder sonst irgendwie was. Und dann gab es da was Neues, dann kam da mal eine Folge, die irgendwie komplett aus dem Zusammenhang draußen war. Zum Beispiel diese Geister-Episode, die an sich ganz cool ist. Bloß vom Story-Standpunkt her macht die halt nicht ganz besonders viel Sinn. Order confirmed. Get up. Initiating motion synchronization engines for motor functions. Accepting input. Safety limiters active. Balance control gyros functional. Overall movement systems functional.
This model's loaded with a nearly pure form of that crystal.
Kein
I
vollwertiger.
can't wait
Ja,
to see what kind of results it gets.
das ist richtig.
Unit number 031, can you hear me?
Deswegen eben meine nicht ganz so gute Bewertung, aber auch nur in Hinsicht auf Anime. Das als Anime selbst bewertet.
Confirm your surroundings. Tell us any abnormalities you're feeling in your sensors or any other functions.
Order confirmed. Beginning simple self-diagnostic. Temperature, humidity, pressure, air composition, lumens, sound, all within normal levels. Visual data with an expected color spectrum. All systems functional.
The readouts seem fine. Monitoring system is fully operational.
Okay, we're gonna test your performance inside the battle chamber now. When you hear the buzzer, consider everything that moves an enemy and eliminate them.
Order confirmed. Awaiting the signal to begin the test. Exit confirmed to be sealed. Room shape approximately cylindrical. Height approximately 11 meters. Area approximately 7 meters square. High energy light sources found on outer wall. Assumed to be BB to BB. Fire resistant and bulletproof.
Sorry to do this just after you've woken up, but it'll be good to put you through your paces.
Rears of facing hatch detected mobile objects intruding into chamber. 7 objects in total, scanning for visual matches. Analyzes non-human. Confirmed as same model units of humanoid weapons. Hostile markers confirmed. Classifying as hostile units. Releasing safety limiters. Battle limit now set at 70%. Exits confirmed. Resealed. Test commencing. Signal received. Targets hostile humanoid weapons. Commencing battle. Darf ich jetzt schon kämpfen? Wahrscheinlich nicht. Ah ne, Anime. Auch gut. Ah! Das war ein Kopf. Danke fürs Folgen. All targets eliminated. Hostile units no longer capable of motion. Anime Night auf Pro7 Max. Ich schaue leider kein Fernsehen. Oder allgemein irgendwie so. Also Pro7 Max kann ich leider nichts zu sagen. Schaue ich leider nicht. Habe ich auch gar nicht gewusst, dass die eine Anime Night haben. Aber ja, ich schaue leider kein Fernsehen. Kann man auch im Internet schauen. Oh. Dann muss ich mich da mal informieren. Test termination signal received. Battle complete.
That was better than we could have hoped for.
Yay.
Hey, what's with all the bodies? You made it fight that many on its first time?
Don't worry, it did great. This is a new high score for the first battle results.
Well done, Unit Number 031. Stand by for further instruction.
Übernimmt Übersetzung. Okay, cool. Ah ja, muss ich mir mal anschauen. Order confirmed. Gut. Exiting test chamber. Beginning transport to maintenance room. Resetting safety limiters. Taking seat in maintenance chair.
We're done testing, but there's still one thing left to do today. I'm going to temporarily shut down your optics. Can you close your eyes?
Order confirmed. Shuttering up. Ich lese den Scheiß nicht vor. Das ist ja nicht mal irgendwie anständig. Kein anständiger innerer Monolog oder sonst was. Das ist einfach nur.
We're gonna transfer the data from the destroyed units into your memory. Run a diagnostic check while we're doing it and report any malfunctions. Understood?
Ich bin der Grund, warum du damals Trollposter geschrieben hast. Sehr schön. Jede Art von Kreativität ist gut. Will investigate improvement of tactile patterns through synthesis and acquisition of data, dividing into categories for sorting, ways of action control data. Ach komm, scheiß drauf. They are obviously unrelated to the mission. Why have apparently purposeless memories have been preserved this long? 20 to 40% of the informational data extracted from all 7 units are confirmed to be such information. Incomprehensible. What is this?
Anything to report?
Nur Kreativität mit Mangos ist sehr gut. Das ist auch wieder richtig, ja.
Alright then, unit number 031, give us a simple report of today's battle results.
This was the first test battle against others of my model. 7 units destroyed. Below 15% damage sustained. Don't seem to be any problems.
Was that...
Did I say something funny?
Does it have an accent?
Ach stimmt, fucking Overlay Chat kann die
the words coming out of my
Kackdinger nicht anzeigen.
No, we do,
schade.
but...
See? I wasn't hearing things. The unit's speech really is peculiar.
You don't need to yell.
Is the language interface not set to default? Sheesh. If we'd known this, we would have reset it in advance.
Yeah, the base's personality might be coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the volunteers were from the Kansai area.
But it just woke up. Would it be exhibiting such distinct mannerisms this early?
it may be the effect of an enlarged plume of dusk, the basis of their mind. Perhaps it's accelerating their personality development.
Bla bla.
But I don't want to waste this feedback data. Those are the best results we've ever seen.
Leave it. It'll be fine. It can understand us anyway. This is just one of those things that makes science interesting.
There you go again. This unit is going to be communicating with the others. What if this effect spreads? Not only that, but because this is an anomaly, it doesn't seem to have a 100% accurate accent either.
But if it has a personality, that might speed up the development of its mind.
Yeah, she's right. All right, unit number 031, we'll explain things from the top. You are a weapon created to fight against unique enemies. Therefore, your combat performance is prioritized over all else.
Proxy-Link nicht im Chat sehen. Wird der nicht auf YouTube gepostet? Moment. Ich schick's nochmal. Falls nicht, wäre es ganz nett, wenn Now oder Test oder so mal den Link auf YouTube dann in den Chat posten könnten.
But in order for you to use a particular ability, you've
Dankeschön.
been given a certain amount of awareness. And that makes your performance difficult to quantify, so we've been pitting test units against each other as a selective growth process. It's all in the service of achieving higher performance, and we don't want to waste any plumes of dusk.
Plumes of Dusk, one match found. A crystalline substance at the core of personality modules. Its name derives from its thin, plate-like shape, resembling a shed bird's feather. In addition to its circuit-like structure, it has an unnatural vital reaction in response to external stimulus. Similar to a living thing, yet different. It is thought to exist in a state between mind and matter, mass and information. The details are unknown. There are 12 other subheadings classified under level 7 clearance. Access denied. Blah blah blah.
But regardless of your ego, there is one rule you must abide by. You might as well think of it as an order. The only order is to destroy everything we identify as enemies and to emerge victorious. Though your ego will give you some flexibility when planning tactics, there's no need to think about extraneous side issues. Use everything you have to win a fight. That's all you need to concentrate on.
Rizos, sehr gut.
Understood.
Willkommen zurück. Okay. So, underwent maintenance on the chair after the test battle. Post-reboot diagnostics showed status normal. Time was 19 Uhr. Research staff set new activity cycle. All units return to standby condition at 9 o'clock. Units will remain on standby at regular intervals between tests until 17 Uhr. Maintenance and setup will take place until 19 Uhr. Afterwards, time is allowed to be spent in the outdoor area of the grounds. On returning, enter standby mode within the cage. Instructions are to repeat these actions until unable to continue. The next item on the new schedule is to spend time in the outdoor area. Parameters of spending time unknown. Hypothesize that the meaning is to remain on standby and wait for time to pass. Hypotheses unnecessary. The schedule must be followed. Exiting building. Outer area reached. Light levels limited due to time of day. Many trees still visible in the environment. It is almost entirely consistent with known data from the off-limits area. The ground is different from the laboratory's artificial flooring. The soil is exposed. Various natural plants are here. A certain amount of time must be spent here. The intention may be to heighten basic response capabilities in the natural world. Others of the same unit can be seen stepping into the central area, reassessing the surroundings on various spectra. Unlike the combat test, no hostile unit markers detected. Hypothetical, in combat under current conditions, what tactics would be effective? I reassess the surroundings as a combat environment. As I assign value to various geographical features. I survey the topography on the outskirts of the environment. I detect unusual movement in one unit. Other units are also surveying the environment, but this unit is crouched while holding something in its right hand. I do not deem this unit's unusual action to be a threat. I approach it in order to make inquiries. Rui Suzumiya. Der Name sagt mir gerade nix. Moment, vielleicht kenne ich das Gesicht oder sowas. Das Gesicht kenne ich. Aber keine Ahnung. Keine Ahnung. Upon my approach, the unit turns around and stands.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
I process this statement. Its conversational gambit is unexpected. I find no prepared response in my libraries.
You mean like how this is our first encounter? In that case, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I've never heard your accent before. It's intriguing.
They said stuff about my accent too earlier. Do I really talk that funny?
Talk.
I wouldn't say it's strange. It was just surprising.
The unit looks over again and then speaks quietly to something in its right hand. I examine what it holds. It is an organism. Its body is covered in white fur.
What's that thing?
It's a dog. It must have wandered in.
Organisms' parameters are consistent with access data on dog. Its size does not present a threat. The search of its specific breed is cancelled.
A dog.
Dog. Hallo Doinkzilla. Meinst du Supernatural? Die Anfangszeit von der Serie fand ich ganz gut. Bloß später fand ich es nicht mehr so interessant irgendwie. Ich weiß nicht. Sagen wir mal so, grob gesagt, die erste Staffel habe ich noch ganz gern geschaut, aber dann irgendwie kein Interesse mehr gehabt. The unit turns its gaze back.
My unit number is 024. I wouldn't call it my name, but that's how they refer to me. What's yours?
Question difficult to process. Conversational subject of names is newly introduced.
I'm unit number 031.
They're up to the 30s. I see. That must mean they're finally creating units loaded with full-sized ones.
The dog barks. A scan of the surroundings shows several units turning to investigate. All units ignore it and look away.
This one wants to say hello too.
It does? You can understand what dogs say?
Dog.
Kind of. After carefully comparing its mannerisms and slight variances in its barking, I just figured it out.
Its right hand pats the dog's head, while its left scratches the dog's neck. Number 024 continues to make various forms of contact with the dog. 024's actions are consistent with styles of communication. Hypothesis: the object of spending time in this area is to develop communicative skills. Muss auch mal vorübergehen. Okay. Bis gleich dann. Conversing with others of the same unit and refining communication will enhance cooperative tactics. Counterpoint: no value detected in communicating with organisms not of same unit or human.
What's the point in doing that with a dog?
The point? There isn't one, I suppose.
There is no point. Unexpected response strongly indicates that 024 is not like other units.
Are you interested in what I'm doing, though?
Flash. Oh, mit dem habe ich mich noch nie wirklich richtig auseinandergesetzt. Konzept vom Flash ist ganz interessant, bloß fasziniert mich jetzt nicht so besonders sehr. Ich bin mehr so ein Batman-Typ. Ja. Interested? Is there interest involved? It seems to be the case. Unsure of purpose of earlier question 2024. Why ask it? Our senses detect electronic noise. Recognizes pseudo-information involving no sound waves yet perceived as sound data. It is the alarm signaling the end of this activity. All other units begin moving as one towards the building. 024 speaks to the dog it cradles.
Sounds like that's all the time we have today. I need to get back.
024 crouches while petting the dog's fur-covered body and releases it onto the ground. 024 stands up again and turns around.
I hope to see you again.
024's expression changes as it says this. This movement of the lips is known as a smile. It is shown when humans experience happiness. Contradiction: 024 is a weapon, yet it makes that expression. No hypothesis found. Or is there no point to it as well? Spare cognitive processes rerouted to analysis. Still, I cannot understand it. Next day, after being released from standby, I'm assigned to a test battle against others of my unit, as yesterday. Order confirmed, I am taken to the same chamber, the battle commences, I destroy the other 3 units and sustain little damage. As I wait there, the researchers come in. I have what seems to be high praise for my abilities. I do not understand how I should react to this. Should I give an expression of joy, as 024 did? The researchers crouch next to the units I destroyed and begin work on them. Ist doch allein, was hast du verpasst? Labris ist rausgegangen, hat sich mit so einem anderen Modell, so einer menschlichen Waffe, unterhalten über nichts Wichtiges im Endeffekt. Und dann ist er wieder reingegangen und ja. Nicht viel. I think back and recall that they underwent this process yesterday as well. I'm curious. I approached them. They opened a slit near the unit's neck and used tweezers to remove a bluish-white plate-like object. It shines. They put the object into a petri dish. That distinct shine, neither strong nor weak, is like no similarities found. I'm sure it is similar to something, but I cannot access the relevant memory. Standby.
Well, let's get right to the feedback on today's battle.
As I sit in the maintenance chair, they connect a cable to me. The cable determined that at the midsection of a large device where petri dishes from earlier are placed. There are a total of 3. Each contains a bluish-white plate-like object.
What's that?
The researcher's expression subtly changes. She is surprised. It only lasts for a moment before it fades.
This is a plume of dusk. Each of the units you destroyed had one inside them. These are much smaller than the one installed in you, though.
I comprehend. This is a plume of dusk installed in me too. This unknown substance forms the core of my personality module. I was aware of its existence, but this is my first time seeing it. These are the 3 personality cores of the units I destroyed. They contain not only combat data, but memories and experiences. It is not long before the extracted data download begins. I sought for the data relevant to enhancing battle performance and incorporate it into my own. The process takes much less time than the initial transfer from yesterday. During that time I recall what took place last night. There are cases where non-combat data is being preserved. Such memories are included in this download as well. Visual memories of the outdoors at night. Memories very similar to that were in yesterday's download too, probably from the time spent in the outdoors area. The units I destroyed seem to have assigned these memories of the same priority as combat data. Lost Episode Creepypastas, die meisten sind nicht besonders gut. Gibt ein paar wenige, die ganz anständig sind. Die meisten, finde ich persönlich, sind nicht besonders kreativ oder nicht besonders ansprechend. Why though? It is effective in learning communicative skills, but that is a lower priority than combat, so the visual element preserved here is irrelevant. Wait. Hypothesis. The units I destroyed had their own priorities and values other than executing orders and performing in battle. This line of thought leads to a realization. This thought process I am undergoing right now. It is not executing an order, nor is it contributing to battle performance. I once again look towards the plume of dusk inside the petri dish. Something almost exactly like it is installed in me. Then, were the destroyed units thinking along similar lines as mine until yesterday? I feel a twinge within me. It is different from detecting an error or interference. What is this? I have no answer. Und schon die zweite Szene fertig. Eieiei. Ja, so knapp 20 Minuten oder so machen wir noch. Dann gibt es erstmal Pause und nächstes Spiel dann. My second night of spending time in the outdoor area came. It started approximately 30 minutes later than yesterday, but there was very little variance in weather and temperature. The difference is trivial. The night sky has the same soft brightness. The wind and the trees are no different. Without understanding why, I initiate a data search regarding the tree that catches my eye. I learn that this tree varies slightly from specimens of its kind found in natural forests. Though this topography seems unnatural, it may be cultivated and managed by the facility. I decide to traverse the outskirts as I did yesterday. It is not long before a familiar unit comes into view. There is no need to run a scan for visual matches. I know that it is Unit 024. 024's left side is turned towards me. It is sitting on a large rock. When I approach, 024 notices me and turns around.
Are you looking for something?
024 initiates conversation.
Huh? Who, me?
Bist
I
wieder.
just wondered if
Sehr
you were
gut.
looking for me. I did express a hope yesterday that we would
zurück.
meet again after all.
I was looking for 024. It's true, I may have been. I began walking the same route as yesterday, but once 024 came into view, I changed course and approached. I may have been searching for 024 in this area. Did I decide to reunite with 024? Why? I am silent due to lack of an explanation. 024 smiles again. A smile. What was the cause of that expression this time? Oh, ich sehe es jetzt schon kommen, dass die irgendwann gegen die 024 kämpfen muss auf einmal. 100 Pro. Geil, Pizza. Sehr gut. JJ. Level 1. Sehr gut. Weiter so. Wenn du eine Erklärung brauchst, warum Level 1 und so weiter. Können wir gleich geben. Creepypastas mit berühmten Pasta-Monstern, Jeff Slanner, Rake oder Creepypastas mit unbekannten Monstern. Inzwischen würde ich fast sagen, Creepypastas mit unbekannten Monstern. Weil, wenn jetzt neuere Creepypastas geschrieben werden mit schon bekannten Charakteren, dann, sage ich mal, ruhen die sich so ein bisschen auf dem Bekanntheitsgrad von diesen Charakteren aus. Manchmal. Wahrscheinlich nicht alle, aber bestimmt einige. Und da setzen die Autoren auch nicht so viel, weiß nicht, Arbeit da. Ja, da arbeiten die nicht so hart, sag ich mal, dran, eine anständige Geschichte zu schreiben. Wenn irgendwer was völlig Neues schreibt oder sonst irgendwas oder halt etwas mit einem nicht bekannten Monster, dann gehe ich mal davon aus, dass da doch versucht wird, doch mehr eine anständige Geschichte zu schreiben. Hast mir Kühe selbst. Ah, okay. Dann passt. Eigene Creepypasta schreiben. Dann wünsche ich auf jeden Fall viel Erfolg und viel Spaß. Und ja. Mal schauen, was draus wird. Also, wo waren wir? Die lächelt, genau. What was the cause of that expression this time? I do not comprehend. Like so many other things.
Would you like to sit with me? This rock is large enough to accommodate us both. It would be more relaxing than standing.
Thanks.
Let's creep draus. Wenn sie gut ist. Wenn sie gut ist, ja. Holder Creepypasta oder SCP? Ich mag die Holder mehr. Die SCP Creepypastas finde ich ein bisschen zu trocken, bisschen zu weiß nicht. Das sind im Endeffekt einfach nur Einträge irgendwie. Zu einem großen Teil. Gibt natürlich dann so Sachen wie jetzt fällt mir der Name nicht mehr oder die Nummer nicht mehr ein von dieser einen SCP mit dem Treppenhaus-Ding da, wo es dann auch ein bisschen Berichte gibt, die sich dann ein bisschen anfühlen wie eine Geschichte, aber ich mag dann lieber die Holder-Reihe. I sit in the offered space and gaze at the same scenery 024 is looking at.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
I decided to voice the doubt I experienced during the combat test today. In my limited experience, 024 has a better comprehension of such matters.
Do other units think about stuff that doesn't have to do with fighting and missions?
Do you have such thoughts?
To tell you the truth, I can't really say. Feels like I do, though.
024 is silent for a duration before speaking again.
Units of our model are all given a mind. It's so that we can eventually develop what is called an ego. The reason our appearance closely resembles that of humans is related. It's to foster self-awareness similar to a human's. Have you not been told about personas?
Personas?
The word is unknown to me. Accessing archives, searching for a persona. Over 1,000 headings found. I must filter the results further. Which subject is 024 referring to? I am silent as I think. 024 smiles again and resumes the conversation.
It's an ability expected of us that normal weapons don't have. The conditions to use one are theoretically already loaded in us.
SCP-343. Moment, vielleicht. Gott. Nee, den kenne ich nicht. Die kannte ich noch nicht, ne. SCPs sind nicht wirklich creepy. Ja. Bin ich der gleichen Meinung. Ja.
But a well-defined ego seems to be necessary to activate it.
I'm already aware that we have been given a mind. Today I saw for myself the part that forms our personalities. Is its activation triggered by development of communicative skills? I still do not have a good grasp on it, though 024 continues to speak.
That's why I'm sure there are others with thoughts that do not pertain to missions.
Meine Meinung dazu, dass Gott eine SCP ist. Inzwischen ist so gut wie alles eine SCP. Es gibt ja, der Toaster zum Beispiel. Es gibt eine SCP, das ist ein Toaster. Und wenn man über den Toaster spricht, dann ist es doch irgendwie, glaube ich, so, dass man in der ersten Person vom Toaster selbst reden muss. Irgendwie so. Und was weiß ich nicht, es gibt ein Teddy, ganze Gebäude, da war es im Endeffekt nur eine Frage der Zeit, wann da Gott auch mal eine eigene SCP wird. Ja. Metal, Leute. Hallo, so hoch wie nie. That would seem to be the case.
Then maybe those I fought up till now.
Eric's Teuf kenne ich, glaube ich, nicht. 024 trains its gaze on me.
And how does that make you feel?
Ah ja, Kann gut sein, dass es gerade ein bisschen leckt. Bei einigen, manchen, allen vielleicht sogar. Das liegt daran, dass mein Internet nicht so besonders toll ist. Wenigstens wird mir auch ein bisschen angezeigt. Oder wird mir zumindest angezeigt, wann Scheiße ist bei mir. Dann kann ich das auch schon mal vorhersagen. Dass es leckt oder halt. Wenn ich direkt sage, es leckt, dann liegt's an mir. Wenn ihr Lag habt und ich habe es vorher nicht gesagt und soweit, dann kann es gut sein, dass es eventuell nicht mal von mir kommt. Aber die meiste Zeit, falls es Lag gibt, soll es wahrscheinlich von mir kommen, warum auch immer. Ja, was heißt warum auch immer, weil mein Internet scheiße ist. Aber ja. Es gab ja mal eine Zeit, wo ich wirklich wochenlang lagfrei gestreamt habe. Bloß dann auf einmal kam es wieder und dann hatten wir es immer mal wieder.
The opponents you destroyed may have thought similar things to what you just did.
Do I feel things? I cannot say for sure. I'm unable to respond to the question. 024's expression changes again. The expression could be classified as a smile, but is subtly different from the ones I have catalogued as experiencing before. Mixed with the joy and gladness of previous smiles, this one contains a slight hint of sorrow. Wird Satan auch eine SCP? Wenn er sie jetzt noch nicht ist, dann möglicherweise irgendwann. Kann gut sein, ja. Oz spiele ich das irgendwann wieder. Vielleicht, kann ich nicht sagen. Ich hab's noch installiert und so weiter. Im Moment spiele ich es überhaupt nicht. Vielleicht komme ich irgendwann mal wieder rein. Aber dazu müsste mein Grafiktablett wieder anständig funktionieren. Weil da ist irgendwie beim Grafiktablett, ich weiß nicht, entweder ist es eine Stelle oder direkter ab einem Punkt geht rechts nichts mehr, warum auch immer. Oder es ist nur an dieser einen Stelle oder so. Ich muss es nochmal gucken. Catch the Beat habe ich früher gespielt. Das hat mich nicht so weiß nicht so gefesselt. Aber ja, das könnte ich auch ohne Grafiktablett spielen. Das stimmt schon. Vielleicht fange ich irgendwann mal wieder an. Aber im Moment ist da nix wirklich geplant.
It's okay. You don't need to come up with an answer right now. It actually may be better to forget it. After all, tomorrow we may find ourselves ordered to destroy each other.
Habe ich doch gesagt. Once again I detect a twinge inside from hearing 024's statement. It's similar to what I sensed during the data transfer today. What is it that wavers inside me? I'm about to be lost in thought again. But as if to prevent that from happening, the signal for our schedule shift echoes in each of our ears.
It's time. I hope we meet again.
As 024 quietly stands up, I detect an expression I have come to know. Another smile. It appears as if 024 is adopting these smooth changes in expression naturally and not deliberately. I wonder if I will eventually be able to do the same. Ultimate Chicken Horse. Kenn ich nicht. Sagt mir nichts, nein. Another night passes, another combat test takes place the next day. Just as scheduled, I face units flagged as enemies within the test chamber. I'm overwhelmed with a strange sensation. The way that my opponents are expressionless now seems strange to me. There is no intent or cognition evident in their faces. They wear no expressions. They are blank. There's nothing wrong with them. That would be my normal assessment, but I recall 0 to 4's image. The blankness of these faces and 0 to 4's face when it had no expression are different somehow. Even when 0 to 4 had no particular expression, it was not this blank. Not every portion of that face was neutral. Further analysis shows that the same is true for humans. The researchers are never completely mechanical and expressionless. I look at the hostile flagged units again. They are the same unit type as me. They were given a mind and may potentially develop an ego later. I recall 0 to 4's statement again. Do you feel something when you destroy an opponent that may be thinking the same things as you? I am on the verge of entering a long train of thought when the enemy moves. I shake off my doubts to focus on the battle. I study the opponent's movements. I formulate the most efficient method of damaging it. I execute the method over and over. The array of actions I have to select from and my flexibility in linking them will decide the outcome. Having already received 10 units worth of downloaded data, I am likely second to none regarding the scope of possibilities in this respect. At times I can even anticipate their next action, since my opponents are the same unit types as me. Their tactics are determined using the same thought processes as mine. That's right, they think the same things as me. Eventually, after approximately 4 minutes pass, all opponents are silenced. I successfully executed my mission. Schaue ich mir auch mal an. Ultimate Chicken Horse. Hört sich interessant an, ja. The day after that, I achieved victory in the combat test with the same efficiency. It is easy to eliminate them. I first begin by targeting their weapons. It is not always necessary to destroy the main body. If they are incapable of resisting further, the battle is over. It is the most effective way. I win the next day and the day after that. Units geared for close combat with no external weapons give me no choice but to damage that chassis. Irgendwie sowas. But even then, there's an order of things. If I destroy parts that prevent a threat, such as the motor functions of their limbs, the match should be considered as won. Soon afterwards, the buzzer signaling the end of the test echoes just as I expected. I catch myself rushing over to the unit collapsed on the ground. I have only destroyed the unit's arm and legs. It is still conscious. But I realize I do not know its unit number. I am at a loss how to address the unit. The opponent asks me a question, then that I did not expect.
You seemed to deliberately avoid attacking the face or the neck in that battle. Why?
Huh?
I'm momentarily at a loss for words. What the unit says is true. There is no damage to its face. I review my actions during the battle and find that at no point did I attack its neck either. The cranial region is where the plume of dusk is housed. If it is destroyed in any type of unit, that unit will fall. Aiming to disarm an opponent is effective, but would targeting this obvious weakness be a more effective tactic? I avoided doing so.
I don't know.
The researchers enter the chamber and hide their unit from my field of vision. I could not determine whether my last words had an effect on the opponent's expression or not.
These past 3 days, it hasn't been destroying the other units beyond repair, like it did in the first battle.
It must be learning to finesse its attacks rather than just using brute force. The result? Swift, overwhelming victories.
Its evasive skills are improving as well. That level of flexibility and evasive action could never be replicated by chaining predefined maneuvers.
This unit's collected a good amount of feedback data too. It's growing steadily, feeding on the bones of its kills.
You don't have to say it like that.
The researchers are preparing for the download. Growing, destroying them and absorbing the data. That's what growing is. Since I thoroughly destroyed few of my opponents these last few days, some of their bodies were salvaged. While I downloaded their data, I always kept their still bodies within view. Okay, gut, das sollte für heute ganz gut sein. Gut.